Hello all, we are coming from Pamulang University, Universitas Pamulang. So we are four here. There is Tri Wartono, Mulihadi Tumanggor, Bulan Oktrima, and the last one, me, myself, Eta Lydia Delima Pasaribu. So we try to explain you our subject today, analysis of ratio and financial performance of public pharmaceutical industry, which has been listed in Indonesia Stock Exchange. The case study is in pharmaceutical company, PT Kimia Pharma Tbk. Okay, PT Kimia Pharma KF is the first pharmaceutical industry company in Indonesia. The company is experiencing the fluctuation in its financial ratio, which impact to its performance. PT Kimia Pharma Tbk is also trying to improve the quality of financial performance in the company to meet as per standard, as per target, and remain stable. So we have problem formulation here. We put it as three. The first one, how is the financial performance of PT Kimia Pharma on 2016 to 2018 based on measurement of financial ratios result. The second one, how can the average standard ratio of the pharmaceutical industry be arranged for the dedicated period? The third one, how is the financial performance of PT Kimia Pharma Tbk 2016 to 2018 comparing with the average industry ratio? Literature review. So we try to explain you related to financial ratio analysis based on Kashmir that mentioned it is concluded that the analysis of financial ratios illustrate a relationship and a comparison between the amount of one account with another amount in the financial statement. By using analytical methods such as this ratio, we'll be able to explain or provide a picture of the good or bad state of the company's financial position. The purpose of analyzing the company's financial statement in empowering all available resources to achieve the target set by the company. Type of financial ratios. According to Fewiratna Surjarweni, namely, the type of financial ratios based on the source, the financial ratio can be classified into three groups as follows. Balance ratios, ratios of income statement, and the last one, ratios between reports. Let's go to the research methods. Okay, research scope. The research object chosen by the author is a pharmaceutical industry company listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange, PT Kimia Pharma Tbk. By taking the period of calculation of financial statements from 2016 to 2018. To obtain data and information in writing this thesis, the author has conducted research through the Indonesia Stock Exchange website www.idx.co.id. Okay, and then next, data collection methods. The study uses secondary data is obtained from the company as research objects that have been processed and documented in the company. For example, a brief history of the company. The data is in the form of company documents that are examined using various search of literature, is an annual report and a company's financial report. In this study, secondary data obtained from PT Kimia Pharma Tbk financial statement from 2016 to 2018 for the purpose of comparison and compilation of industry average ratio. Secondary data in the form of financial statement from companies PT KB Pharma, PT Indofarma, and PT Daria Varia, all pharmaceutical companies listed on the IDX. Okay, so after we got data collection method, we go to data analysis method. Data analysis method. Analysis of the data used is descriptive quantitative, which is a ratio analysis based on calculation to find out the level of the ratio and find a picture of the financial performance of PT Kimia Pharma Tbk. The most commonly used method for conducting the first comparison is time series analysis, which compares between times or between periods with the goal that later on trends will be seen. Okay, so we have here in data analysis method, we have horizontal analysis, analysis of industry average ratio, vertical analysis. But as you know that we already choose horizontal analysis, time series analysis. Okay, ratio calculation will include the following analysis. So if you see that there will be 4: liquidity ratio, solvency ratio, profitability ratios, and the last one, activity ratios. Let's go to the first one, liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio analysis. Liquidity ratio is the company's ability to pay short-term debts maximum 1 year with the amount of the current assets owned. So PT Kimia Pharma has current ratio from 2016 to 2018, pardon me, in a row of 1.24, this one, okay, 1.04, and the last one 0.88. This figure shows a slow decline from 2006. Yeah, so decline from 2016 to 2018. So if you see here, it slowly decreased. This shows that the growth of current asset with current debt is greater than the growth of current debt. Compared to the industry ratio for the same period, PT Kimia Pharma Tbk has a current ratio far below the industry average ratio in dedicated period of 1.91. So if you see here, it's different. It is higher than others. So it can be concluded that the current ratio of PT Kimia Pharma is worse than another industry with average ratio, and financial performance is also worse in 2016 to 2018. In terms of quick ratio between dedicated period, PT Kimia Pharma has a QR value of 0.83, 0.70, and 0.58, this one. This shows a definite decrease from year to year. When compared with the industry QR for the period, which is 1.06, the pharma's chemical QR is below the industry ratio. This situation shows that pharma chemical financial performance is not good, declining gradually from year to year. When compared to the industry's WCT ratio of 1.50%, the condition of PT Kimia Pharma Tbk's financial performance is still above the industry's ratio, so it can be said to have good financial performance. In terms of FAT, fixed asset turnover, in terms of FAT, PT Kimia Pharma Tbk has a value ratio of 2.00 in 2016, 1.67 in 2017, and 1.39 in 2018. When compared with the industry FAT ratio of 1.23%, then PT Kimia Pharma has a good financial performance because it is located above the industry ratio. In terms of TAT ratio, total asset turnover, PT Kimia Pharma has a ratio value of 1.08% in 2016, 1.50% in 2017, and 0.79% in 2018. This figure shows an increase in TAT ratio from year to year. When compared with the industry TAT ratio of 0.78%, PT Kimia Pharma has a good financial performance because it is above the industry ratio. The conclusion: the result of the measurement of liquidity ratios at PT Kimia Pharma Tbk from 2016 to 2018 have a ratio that tends to decrease, increasingly illiquid, worsening. the calculation of the solvency ratio of PT Kimia Pharma of all indicators of the solvency ratio tends to increase, increasingly non-solvable. The result of calculation using PT Kimia Pharma activity ratios of all activity ratios show the tendency of the smaller the rotation, the more inefficient. While the calculation of the profitability ratio as a whole has a stable ratio, stable ratio value still get the highest profit is ROE of 11.08% in 2018. Thus, it can be concluded that the financial performance of PT Kimia Pharma tends to decrease as seen from the decrease in the liquidity ratio, the activity ratio, and the increase in the solvency ratio. Although the profitability ratio is still stable positive, if the ratio beyond profitability can be controlled, the profitability ratio will increase. Second, financial performance of PT Kimia Pharma based on liquidity ratio, solvency ratios, activity ratios, and profitability ratios when compared to industry ratios shows that liquidity ratios are smaller or below the industry average ratio. Solvency ratio above the industry average ratio, activity ratios below average ratios, average industry, and profitability ratios are also below the average industry ratio, which also shows worse performance than the performance of similar companies. So it can be concluded that the financial performance of PT Kimia Pharma tends to decline and is worse than the performance of similar companies. Okay, maybe that's all from our side. Terima kasih. Thank you. So you can contact us by this email and also our email. And thank you. Bye-bye.